Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to another thrilling edition of KEW Live. After we had our electric pay-per-view last time out, Trouble in Tangetown, and we had many an exciting event happen. James the Cat taking the championship. Perhaps Tange will feel somewhat aggrieved that he's had the championship stolen off him, and in what was an absolute slobberknocker of a gauntlet elimination match. We'll continue on to see what we have in stock for us this week. But as we can see from our first matchup, we have two of the KEW's premier athletes in a no-holds-barred. The Shinigami taking on the Spyclops. And we've said for many a week that the Spyclops has been hunting demons, and he's finally come across him. 268 pounds of demonic muscle. There he is, the Shinigami, ladies and gentlemen. A feared opponent, and he has had his sights set on the Demon Hunter, the Spyclops, for some time now. The Spyclops in the back room, in the dressing rooms, had heard rumours and whispers of a monster. He, of course, is aligned with the Ploughman as part of the Teachers' Union. But this, very much a personal vendetta for him, and one that I'm sure over the coming weeks we'll see only grow. The Shinigami there making his way up and into the ring over the top ropes. And the Ploughman perhaps, not the Ploughman, sorry, the Spyclops perhaps in the back, watching his opponent, looking for any signs of weakness. The Demon finally versus the Demon Hunter. You can see there the Demon fired up. And here he comes, ex-science teacher. He loves an Adam. One thing he hates, and has been hunting all his life, is demons. The Reaper on his back. The 4 fingers for the 4 demons he's slaying. Can he add one more to it and make it a 5-fingered salute? Only time will tell. But the Spyclops has moved his way up the rankings in the KEW, only to see himself nudged out of the way by Atomic Andy right near the end. And there he is out of the ring, the crowd booing him, giving the 4 fingers. The crowd unimpressed. Boos, jeers right in the woman's face. The Demon may take personal grievance with that, flaunting, if you like, the 4 fingers. And there he is, the monster himself. And of course the Spyclops ready to go and do battle. And the Demon straight out with a great big crossbody there. So now a nice little kick to the back to the Spyclops. He's making absolutely sure that he wastes no time. He knows that the Spyclops is a dangerous customer and likes to start early and often in his matches. He gets a couple of feet up there into the Shinigami's face, and now he's got him on the shoulders. The power of the Spyclops there on display. He drops him on the top rope and chokes him, trying to wind him and suck the air out of the lungs. That's if the Demon even has air in those lungs. And you can see there, smashes the knee and a hit on him. No effect felt. Straight up and an elbow to the chops for the Spyclops' trouble. One must ask oneself, how on earth is a man supposed to deal with a demon? And there we can see the Demon trying to choke him out, but he's using those Demon Hunter moves, rolls him over and tosses him off his back. I'm sure the Spyclops has been there many a time before, with a large man behind him trying to choke him out as he picks him up. Oh, the power on display here as the turnaround suplex, and he slams the Shinigami down. And now over the top rope. Oh, massive crossbody onto the outside there from the Spyclops. And now the raw power as he picks up the Shinigami, and oh, power bombs him onto the floor with that spinning power bomb with the Shinigami straight up, only to get a kick in the guts and a tuck between the legs, and he's up for what could be a huge power bomb here. Spins him round, oh, onto that nasty iron railing. He might have snapped him in half there. The Spyclops knowing that if he can snap a demon in half, that the evil spirits will fly out. Back into the ring he goes. The Shinigami slow to his feet, obviously feeling the effects of having that steel railings in the back. Goes for the pin here after a big punch. The Spyclops, only a 1 count though. The Demon kicking out fairly comfortably from that. But here, the Spyclops caught him rolling over. And then another big lift and flipping drive there The Shinigami, though, straight back up, seemingly feels absolutely no pain. A large smash across the Cyclops' back lets him get to his feet in the corner, and now wrenching on the arm there, maybe trying to rip the arm off. Nice stomp in the corner from the Shinigami, and now he's choking him, trying to get him to black out, trying to choke the wind and the air out of him. The referee doesn't seem bothered. The Shinigami says to the fans, "Not me, I'm not choking him." Misses picking him up there though, and the Cyclops gets back in control of the match, drags him over to the ropes, puts him on the ropes and lifts him up here, and drops him again, perhaps trying to wind his opponent. And you can see there the Shinigami clutching his back. He's obviously feeling the effects of being powerbombed into those steel barriers around the arena. A few punches there to the face for the Cyclops, and then picks him up nicely. And then the Shinigami, big clothesline there, goes off the ropes with a back body drop. Oh no! The Cyclops got his knees up there, right into the spine. He's trying to go after that back, but here, big crossbody there from the Shinigami. And now all of a sudden the momentum might have swung back to the Demon's way. Gets the Cyclops up, drags him back and delivers a nice shot to his back. Maybe each opponent here trying to work on the other's back, and the Shinigami almost clotheslines his head off. He's obviously not happy with that powerbomb earlier onto the railings, and now stomping on his hand and on his fingers, maybe trying to weaken his hand if he would look to use any weapons against the Shinigami. And here the Shinigami now showing off some power as he picks him up and then axe handle smashes him on the mat. The Shinigami rolling out of the ring. What's he looking for here, ladies and gentlemen? He's got the kendo stick, and here comes the Cyclops. Went for a drop kick, missed it, and then gets a kendo stick in the face for his troubles. Now the Shinigami, after the kendo stick, goes for the pin. The ref, 1, 2, not even a 2, just a 1 count. The Cyclops got plenty left in the tank, it seems. Shinigami misses his stomp there, and now has his opponent on his knees in his crotch. Looked like he almost broke his neck there, twisting the neck around. The Shinigami here in the corner howls with demonic presence, and oh my goodness me, what must the Cyclops be seeing here as the Shinigami is crawling and rolling around and gets him up, and now he gives him a kiss on the cheeks, spins around a bit, and then a Superman punch out of nowhere, punching the Demon's lights clean out, goes for the cover, just a 2 though, and the Shinigami must have felt that one square in the face. It looked for a while like the Shinigami was going to use his lifted powers on him, instead of which now the Cyclops has him set up, and the big spear might have ripped him in half, goes for the pin, 1, 2, just a 2 again though. The Demon refusing to give up here. He says, "I'm not letting any hunter get the best of me," and now the hunter has his favourite weapon, the kendo stick, but he drops it down to roll out of the ring. Perhaps he wants something different. The Shinigami off the apron now, both men trying to get back in the ring. Well, 1 man, 1 demon, I should say. A few sharp elbows there from the Shinigami to power his way out of that, and a shake of the head there. You can tell he's feeling a bit woozy perhaps. Has him up on the shoulders now. The Cyclops going for a trip, perhaps into that turnbuckle. Face first into the turnbuckle, and he slops in the bottom corner, and the Shinigami again straight in for the choke, choking the life out of him, looking at the crowd and saying, "I did nothing wrong." Now walks around looking perhaps to get something else out from under the ring. He's having a look under there. What's he found? Oh my goodness me, he's found a shovel. Now actually he's got to dig a grave for him. He smashes him in the face with the shovel, stomps it on the floor, and straight in the knee, and now in the face again, and the back. He's taking him right to the head, and again. And again, oh my goodness me, it's a brutal assault, ladies and gentlemen. The Shinigami is digging a very rapid early grave for the Cyclops. And now, the Cyclops gets out of it somehow and gets a clothesline in out of nowhere. And the crowd not happy with that. They were happy seeing the Cyclops get taken to town. The Cyclops back in the ring, and that kendo stick's right next to the Demon. But he gets kicked in the head there. And the Cyclops now gets him up, and a big knee to the face there, and a nice hit to the back of the head. A nice punch there from the Cyclops, goes for the cover. 1, 2, Shinigami kicks out. I think you've got to do a bit more than that to put the Demon away, personally. Here, ramming his head into the mat, trying to weaken the Shinigami any way he can. You saw already the Shinigami looked a bit woozy. The kendo stick there, back into the back of the head, and now he goes for the cover again. 1, 2. Oh, and the Shinigami just gets the shoulder out, just at a 2 count. The Cyclops not happy with the referee, thinks he's not counting fast enough, and wrenching the neck here of the Shinigami. This one's been an absolute bloodbath so far, ladies and gentlemen. Slams his head into the mat, and now goes back after the arm. Stomping on the hand, stomping on the fingers. Oh, not letting go of it there. Points to the sky, perhaps he's saying it's time for the Shinigami to go up. Gets hold of him as he's trying to get up and knees him in the face. A nasty cheap shot there from the Cyclops. And here Shinigami rolls out of the way. And now, oh, I thought Shinigami was going to get hold of him, but the Cyclops has managed to avoid it and tosses him out of the ring. He's got the Shinigami on the outside holding his head. You can see there he clutches the brains again. He's not sure what day of the week it is. The Cyclops, had a hold of him and a nasty chin breaker there. And now the Shinigami picks him up, but the Cyclops falls back out of it and backdrops him onto that hard concrete matting. And now he's looking for something under the ring, and he's got a hockey stick out, ladies and gentlemen. Misses his first hit though, and the Shinigami clotheslines the life out of the Cyclops. And now this could be the momentum twist the Shinigami needed. Takes and throws his opponent down on the matting on the outside, and a headbutt there. And there's that big backdrop from the Shinigami. Now beating his man on the outside, ramming his head into those soft concrete pads. There's very little protection provided by those, ladies and gentlemen. And now the Shinigami's got the steel steps. Look out, Cyclops. He's running over though, and he's whiffed his kick and gets the Cyclops. He gets the steel steps square in the mush, and then right into the legs again as well. And now the Shinigami might have him just where he wants him. Picks him up here. Drops him face first. He might have clipped those steel steps as well. If not, it's straight on the concreted floor with those thin pads, as we've mentioned already. Picks the Cyclops up, whips him down the ring, and races after him. He's not content just to dish out a little bit of punishment. Now he might be going back for those steel steps. Where's he going here, the Shinigami? He's clearly got something in mind. Taking a stroll around the ring. Maybe he wanted his favourite shovel back again to reintroduce to the Cyclops' face, and the Cyclops having a run around the ring, and the Shinigami here looking for something else under the ring. What's he got here, ladies and gentlemen? He's got a table out. Oh no. Delivers the table square to the Cyclops' face, and the table finds its way into the ring. The Shinigami now in the ring with the table, pausing and thinking about perhaps what he wants to do with it next. Here comes the Cyclops though, straight up. You can see blood teeming down the Cyclops' face. And again, the Cyclops there. Big clothesline to reverse the momentum. We think that the Shinigami took too long with that table, methinks. Now the Cyclops has the Shinigami in the corner, rams his face into the corner pad, kick to the guts there, and a few vicious punches. And we've seen this one before. This is a nasty move from the Cyclops inbound. The Shinigami lifeless on the apron. And a nasty drop kick to the head. And that Shinigami's head is already damaged. And he's got the steel bat here. The Cyclops might be looking to put it to bed. Misses the first shot and the second. He can't seem to connect for some reason. The Cyclops was having real trouble. Perhaps it's his depth perception, as he's only got one eye. And there we go. He's a few hits in there on the Shinigami. Goes for the pin. Now he's beaten him with the baseball bat. The 1, 2. And the Shinigami, though, somehow has something left in the tank to kick out. Now the Cyclops in the corner. He might get ripped in half here. The Shinigami. There's another massive spear for him. And you can see he's rolling around, holding those guts. Goes for the pin now. 1, 2, 3. There it is. The Demon Hunter takes it. The Demon has been slain. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not so sure this is the last we'll see of these two. Goodness gracious me. The Cyclops dripping with blood. What an absolute battle between these two. And I'm not so sure it's the last time we'll see them ferociously beat the life out of one another during this. In our run up to our next pay-per-view over the next few weeks. You can see he holds the face there, checking to make sure nothing else is bleeding other than what's already bloodied around the ring. What a first match we had, ladies and gentlemen, and week 15 of the KEW. We'll move on now to our tag team title match, the second match this evening, and it promises to be something of a spectacular, we think. We have the Teachers Union represented by the Ploughman and Miss Tash up against the Safety Men putting their tag team belts on the line. As we've had word come down from the CEO that every week at least a title will be on the line between now and potentially our next pay-per-view event. Or if not every week, every other week. And here they come, the two members of the Teachers Union. Miss Tash fired up. The Ploughman, we know of course, has that briefcase somewhere. We're not sure where or when he'll cash that in. He'll do it as and when he sees fit, we think, ladies and gentlemen. The Teachers Union, of course, had the original 5 members down to 4 now, as Big Bird has seen fit to split off and team himself up with the Assassin. Perhaps he sees that as a more prosperous way to get to the tag team title belts. 2 of the 4 members here then in the ring. The Spikelops, of course, another one of those members. He's might be leaning heavily on that Teachers Union if he has to deal with the Shinigami in the future again. Miss Tash there looks fired up. Yes, here they come, the tag team champions, the safety men. They're well and truly fired up. They don't need any motivation to get them ready to go. They say you can dance if you want to. You can be no friend of mine. Because if you don't dance, then you don't dance and you're no friend of mine. In they go into the ring. Safety is their priority. There he is, the big fella, Atomic Andy. And there's Scott, his tag team partner. The Firefighter, of course, did very well in the gauntlet match, only to be bested by James the Cat. He could have been a double champion here, ladies and gentlemen. He's an athlete to watch out for in the KEW. Started slowly, but since the tag team division has really got firing, he's really turned it on. Perhaps the confidence of knowing the big man's in his corner is fueled him with a rage that's going to drive him to the top of the KEW. There they are, the Teachers Union and the tag team champions, the safety men. They're fired up and ready to go. The ref has a look at the belts as they hand them over for what could be the last time, ladies and gentlemen. We know, of course, Miss Tash, not one of the most feared athletes in the KEW, but the Ploughman certainly feared and respected and has pulled off many an upset so far in the KEW. The Ploughman perhaps will feel a little aggrieved that he's not teamed up with one of the better members of the Teachers Union, and that he only got given Miss Tash for this title match. Oh, as Andy, massive drop kick to Miss Tash's face. His feet are almost as big as her head as he stomps her in the head there with a massive fist, and now she's on the floor, and the big fella's got her up and tosses her across the ring. And now, looking for an early tag maybe. There we go. Gets in the Firefighter, and he's in with Miss Tash in the ring. Scoops her up, and then drives her onto her face on the mat. If Miss Tash can't get things sorted quickly, this one might be over very quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Sit down powerbomb there from the Firefighter, and Miss Tash's back is already looking in tatters. She gets a stomp to the noggin for her troubles, and the Firefighter rolls her over by those shoes, and then gets the ankle lock in, seeing if she'll tap already. Says give up. It's absolutely futile. You've got nothing on the KEW Tag Team Champions. Gets her up to her feet. Holds on to the lustrous hair. And a big slam there. Sit down. Slamming drive. You can see the Ploughman wanting the tag. The Firefighter goes for the early pin. Just a 1 though. It's going to take a little more than that to do with Miss Tash, but I don't blame him for going for the pin, because so far she's not even got a hit in. Here comes Atomic Andy, and Miss Tash slow to get to her feet. Doesn't know what day of the week it is, and she's going for a big ride now. Massive power bomb from Atomic Andy. Almost put her through the ring. Oh, and she gets a little kick in there and manages to maybe get something up on the big man. No, he's straight up, but turns the back now to taunt to the crowd, and he's not seen that the Ploughman is in, and he's the active man. Gets hold of Atomic Andy and bumps his head into the corner there. Now wrenching the arm. Miss Tash out of the ring. Happy to get the rest as Andy's arm again wrenched by the Ploughman. And the Ploughman up to the second rope here. Has hold of the big fella. And what's he doing here? Oh, massive suplex there. That must have taken a lot of power to lift a bloke that heavy and flip him over like that. Big second rope suplex from the Ploughman. Whips Atomic Andy into that corner. And now Atomic Andy looks in some trouble. Oh, as he drops his face nastily into the second turnbuckle. Tags in Miss Tash. I'm not so sure he should have tagged her in quite so eagerly. But she's in. And the big fella rolled out for a little breather there. Miss Tash, though, eagerly awaiting him. Back in the ring. Big Hurricanrana from Miss Tash. And a stomp to the back of the head with those soft loafers. Those soft sandals. And here we go, back to the feet now for the big fella, and he's trapped back in that corner. And there we go, and a tag to the Ploughman as they pull Atomic Andy into the middle of the ring, off the ropes. They lift him up. Oh, massive back body drop from the two of them. And now, oh, a nasty elbow there from the Ploughman as he looked to eyeball it up. And now here we go, the firefighter in the ring with the Ploughman. And the Ploughman, a nice kick to the guts there for the firefighter, and a nasty swinging net breaker as Atomic Andy still slow back to his feet in the ring. And the firefighter now, manages to get up and Hurricanrana, and the Ploughman, who rolls out of the ring. Feel like there might be a bit of something brewing here between the firefighter and the Ploughman as he gives him a kick to the guts there, and drops him on his side. Goes for the pin. One. Just a one count though as the Ploughman shrugs him off. You can see there the firefighter not happy. He thought the referee was maybe a bit slowed down for the pin. Whips the Ploughman into the corner, tags in the big fella, and now the Ploughman's going to go off the ropes. And here we go, up and over. Oh, massive body drop there. God, blimey, that's a long way up as well. Manages to dive and get the tag whilst again Andy's showing off to the crowd. Miss Tash in. Oh, massive flying lariat. Can't knock the big fella down though as he picks her up and now is squeezing the life out of her. Oh, we'll have to watch and see if she taps here. She's really trying not to. Gets a few elbows in. The Ploughman still in the ring. The referee telling him, get out, get out. Oh, and a massive kick there from Miss Tash. She almost kicked Atomic Andy's block off. Stomps the arm now. Throws the arm into the mat. Gets him up, and Atomic Andy now looking a little worse for wear. Whips him into the corner. This will be a perfect opportunity to tag in the Ploughman, and back in he comes. And there we go, in the corner. And axe handle on that big arm of Atomic Andy's, trying to weaken the power load perhaps of him. And now the Ploughman has him up on the shoulder. Oh, Andy's over it though. And a nasty cheap shot to the knee. The Ploughman crawling up the ropes. Atomic Andy gives him a punch in the back there and then stomps his face into his thigh. He might look here to walk over and get the tag. There we go. In comes the firefighter, ladies and gentlemen. And like I mentioned previously, there seems like there might be a spinning netbreaker there from the Ploughman, and these two don't seem to like each other very much. This might stem back. Here he goes, those hush puppies to the face. And the Ploughman's definitely not happy with the firefighter. This might stem back to their school days, and they're both men off the ropes and nothing connecting at all. They Mr. Ploughman also be the firefighter's English teacher, and there we go, tagged in Miss Tash, another one of the English teachers in the teachers union, and she's up and big Hurricanrana there with the firefighter trying to get back to his feet. Miss Tash quickly back on top of him though, has hold of him, and now big face buster there, goes for the pin. 1, 2, just a 2 count as the firefighter gets a shoulder up and tags in the Ploughman. As we were saying previously, he might have been some issue with some homework perhaps, or some harsh marking, as now he springboards the Ploughman across the ring. And we'll have to see, ladies and gentlemen, it develops into more in the KEW as we go. The Ploughman with a cheap shot there, and then swings out the way of it, gets the necklock locked in. Will the firefighter tap? No, the firefighter powers out of it with those strong arms, gives him a kick to the guts, and now whips him into the corner. Tags in the big fella, and now the Ploughman might be going for another big trip here. Massive lift there, big back body drop as Andy screams to the crowd. The Ploughman trying to roll out of the ring. Andy won't let him, gets him up to his feet, picks him up now. Oh no, I think we know what's coming. The atomic drive, right by the ropes though, goes for the pin. Miss Tash in 1, 2. She breaks it up at the 2. She had a long way to run round the referee with her little legs as well. Andy says, oh no you don't, throws her out of the ring, but the Ploughman's now up with a cheap shot to the back, and he gets Andy on the ropes, and now drops his head on that top rope, choking him. Now switches his attention immediately to the firefighter, and you can see what I mean. These two don't like each other. The firefighter sees him coming and drops him on the ropes. Now Atomic Andy, if he can get up and back in the ring, the Ploughman's in a precarious situation. There we go. Oh, big splash there. Miss Tash is down on the outside. Tags in the firefighter. Miss Tash back to her feet as Atomic Andy climbs out of the ring. Everybody's back, ready in there, waiting in their various corners. And now here we go. The fire alarm installation. He says to him, I can hear your bell ringing. Off the one rope, here we go, the little shimmy, boom, there it is, the fire alarm in the loft, goes for the pin potentially, working his way round, no, the ploughman's rolled him up in a small package, one, oh, just a one count, the ploughman a devious opponent, you've got to watch out for him doing stuff like that, the firefighter took a little too long to try and get the pin in, and now the ploughman has him in the corner, kick to the guts there, oh, and dragging his face along that top rope. As the firefighter would have felt that, he might not be able to see now with the that rope in the eyes, and a little cheap shot there. Tags in Miss Tash, who is, of the two of them, the fresher athlete. She looked like she was going to go for Atomic Andy then. She's straight up though, oh, and gets arm dragged down to the floor. And the ploughman now looking on as the firefighter drags Miss Tash around the ring. Her lifeless body. What's the firefighter got in store here? Gets hold of one leg. Oh, gets locked in with a submission hold. The ploughman's in. Oh, breaks it up immediately. He knew Miss Tash was in trouble there. And here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. The firefighter and the ploughman at it. The firefighter throws him out of the ring. Now goes for the pin. What's Miss Tash got left? 1, 2. Oh, she gets a shoulder up somehow. You can see the firefighter absolutely furious. He doesn't know how on earth she's kicked out of that. He's got her up here, though. Whips her into the corner, and maybe he'll tag in the big fella to finish the match off. No, Miss Tash with a cheap elbow there. Oh, and a massive kick to the firefighter's face. She goes for the pin right in front of Atomic Andy, who's quickly in and breaks it up with the stomp. The ploughman's now back up on the edge of the ropes. Miss Tash will be happy to see him there. There she is, showing off to the crowd as the firefighter's rolling about on the mat. And Miss Tash, oh, the big elbow there. Elbowed right on the chest of the firefighter. Gets him up to his feet. Whips him over into that far corner. Maybe we'll get another tag here, ladies and gentlemen. Gets hold of him, not interested in the tag. Wrenching on the arm of the firefighter. He's definitely the weaker of the two in the tag team champions currently. Throws him off to one side. Off the top bottom turnbuckle. Whips around. Oh, rolls him up. Oh, I thought she might go for the pin there. Not quite though. She wanted to show off a bit more. And that's led to Atomic Andy being tagged in the ring. But she's straight up and delivers a big face buster there to Atomic Andy. Will Miss Tash's hubris get the best of her? She still wants to go at the firefighter. There she is, raking the eyes of the firefighter, but Atomic Andy's the legal man. She obviously didn't see the tag, and he gets hold of her and now puts her on the rope. Referee, no objections, because of course Andy, the legal man, picks her up. Oh, threw her into those ropes. Goodness gracious me, she landed really awkwardly on the floor there, and that's a big fella to be on the top rope. He hops down and thinks better of it, as he might have crushed Miss Tash there. Goes after the ploughman now though, a little punch to the face, and then lifts him up and oh, drops his spine on the outside. The ploughman might be snapped in half. He has hold of Miss Tash, oh, and she manages to spin out and get a nice kick in Atomic Andy's face, and then gets hold of him in the headlock and face busters him on the outside. Goodness gracious me, carnage going on here. Miss Tash climbs sensibly back into the ring, and she's happy to stand and goad her opponent up to a 5 count. And the ploughman might actually here be able to, oh no, he's throwing him back in the ring. I thought he was going to keep him trapped on the outside, and Miss Tash now climbs out and she's going after the firefighter. Oh, and Atomic Andy wanted a bit of the ploughman. The ploughman saw him coming, gets a big knee in, and now shoves the shoulder charges the ploughman down on the outside, but oh, Miss Tash with a huge springboard face buster, looking to get perhaps the pin on Atomic Andy. Now has hold of him, wrenching his face. You can see it looks like he's on the ropes there, not getting a rope break or anything. No, she's just gouging the eyes. Goes after the legs, stomp to the back of the knee. Now looking to make the most of Andy being down, perhaps. Has hold of him. Goes for the big kick, misses. Andy drags her down, gets her up, whips her over the top rope, and then shoulder barges her down to the outside, and then smartly goes for the tag to the firefighter. The firefighter here, straight after the ploughman, shoulder barges him to the outside, and then he's going to get up in the corner. He's got no interest in Miss Tash. Oh, massive elbow off the top corner from the firefighter. Absolutely no interest in Miss Tash being the legal person. Went straight after the ploughman on the outside, and now he's paying the price for it. Dodges Miss Tash's hit there though. Punches her in the guts, and another swift hit there. Miss Tash though gets hold of him. The ploughman's now back up. The firefighter off the ropes again. Miss Tash Tash under over. Big drop kick there. And now perhaps she'll go for the tag. No. Looks to inflict more punishment perhaps. Gets the firefighter up to his feet. Whipped into the corner. And now maybe she'll go for the tag with the ploughman. No, choking him with that soft loafer. Well, you've got to say a harder shoe perhaps do more choking damage. But there we go. She's using her tiny hands now, trying to choke the air out of the firefighter and wind him. As there he is, crawling to the centre of the ring, goes for the pin. Atomic Andy is in, she gets a 1. Andy breaks it up quite comfortably there though, and then over the top ropes as the firefighter crawling back to the corner. Miss Tash looks completely in control of this one currently. A shot to the back there, a nasty one, and now she looks like she's going to tag in the ploughman and says, there you go, your praise in the corner, finish it off. Bring her back the tag team champions. Oh, he misses the drop kick there though. The firefighter maybe heard the tag, gets hold of him. Oh, package suplex, massive suplex on the ploughman. Now, will he tag in the Atomic Andy? There we go. Andy's now got the very damaged ploughman to deal with in the ring. Slowly climbs in and then gets hold of him. And oh, he's squeezing the life out of him. Will he put him out? Will he knock him out, ladies and gentlemen? The air must be squeezed out of the ploughman. But no, manages to get a few elbows in there. And another dirty shot to the head just to break it up, and then a big drop kick to send the big fella cavorting to the ground. Goes for the pin. 1. Yeah, not going to be enough for Atomic Andy, that. Just a little drop kick, and he's got plenty left in the tank, the big fella. The ploughman quickly after him though, picks him up here, spins him round and holds him there. Oh, and a nasty elbow to the back of the head, like he might have caught his face on that turnbuckle on the way down. Gets the hush puppies to the face as well for his troubles. Oh, and a nasty little shimmy kick there from the ploughman, but Atomic Andy straight up. The ploughman was going for the tag, manages to get it off. Miss Tash is back in the ring, and there goes Atomic Andy, clotheslines her, almost clotheslined her head off right next to the ploughman. Went for the elbow though, and she manages to roll out of the way. Now she's up, whips him in the ropes, and then gets on top of him, and here delivering those tiny fists into that giant face of Atomic Andy as he rolls around clutching his face. That must have hurt. Maybe she used some of the nails. Gets hold of him, whips him into the corner. The referee gets in the way of her though. I thought she was going to splash him, but there she goes. Now she's left the ploughman for the deal with his prey in the corner. Big splash there from the ploughman as he stares out of the crowd, stomps on Andy, and here this might be lights out for Andy as he gives him the ploughman's drive. Oh, it's a bit like a ploughman's sandwich. Goes for the cover. Oh, but straight in is the firefighter. It looks like Atomic Andy might not know what day of the week it is. The ploughman though, scared off the firefighter there, and now Atomic Andy has hold of him. He's rolled it up in a small package. 1, 2, 3, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The tag team champions hang on in an absolute slobber knocker fest against the Teachers Union. The ploughman will feel aggrieved as he's almost looked like he could have nicked that one, knocking Atomic Andy out, he thought, and whilst he was turned, in came the firefighter and broke it up. Goodness gracious me, there's definitely something brewing between the firefighter and the ploughman. These two are going to have some more matches coming up, we feel. The CEO will have taken note of that and will think to himself, delightful. Tag team champions stay as they are for now though. There he is, thrusting to the crowd, the two men dancing and jiggling in the ring, happy with the defence of their tag team titles. They'll know that the safety men are in a very strong position now. We'll move into our next match, ladies and gentlemen, and this is at the request of the KEW champion James the Cat. You'll remember, of course, before the pay-per-view event, Mark came down the ring, James the Cat in hand, threw him to one side to take on the Spy Clubs, and now James the Cat has said, I want my measure of revenge. I want a tables match against the little fella. There he is with the KEW title. He lifts it high above his head and makes his way to the ring. Our KEW champion as of the last pay-per-view, James the Cat. Here he comes, strolling his way down. He of course thought he'd missed out on his opportunity to be KEW champion, having been defeated by Ben in the first KEW championship matchup. That though proved not to be the case. Given the ultimate opportunity during the gauntlet match, there he is as he lifts the title high above his head and climbs under the bottom rope, or under the middle rope, sorry, in the ring, lifts the title again, showing it off for all the crowd to see. You can see there, James the Cat absolutely fired up for this one.
And his opponent,
and here he comes, His Majesty.
Weighing in at 167 pounds.
Who, of course, out of nowhere, really assaulted James the Cat on that night. We're not quite sure what happened backstage. Perhaps we'll find out as things progress along in the KEW. Mark there making his way down to the ring with his robe up and sceptre, of course. A nice gentle wave to the crowd. You'll have to think that Mark might look at this as a potential golden opportunity in the future. If he can deal with James the Cat here, it'll put him in all the steadfast favours of the KEW to have a potential shot at the belt in the future. It's not often you get a chance to face off against the KEW champion and then to also have the opportunity to potentially beat him in a square on tables match. Well, that doesn't come round all too often, ladies and gentlemen. And you can imagine with the pomp and circumstance for how long it's taken Mark to get to the ring here, he'd only become even more insufferable should he become the KEW champion. Of course, the KEW championship not on the line here tonight, but who knows in the future, there may well be the KEW championships just around the corner. There he is, spins around in the ring for his adoring fans. Lifts the pinky up high. The fans love it. He knows the fans love it. Lays his sceptre in the corner. And there, James the Cat in the background. You just saw his cat ears. And the two men here fired up and ready to go. James the Cat and Mark the Magnificent in a tables match, and Mark straight out with a big hurricanrana there and straight off the ropes. Oh, huge crossbody immediately has hold of the KEW champion's legs here, wrenching the ankle, wrenching the leg there as well. A little stomp here, has hold of the head, picks him up, whips him off the ropes, ducks under, jumps over. That's a long way for him to jump as well. Oh, and a nasty drop kick into the knee. A little elbow to the back of the kidneys there as well. Mark looking like like he could be the KEW champion the way he started the match. A kick to the guts here, has hold of the hand and wrenches it. And you know what's coming here. Up into the corner he goes, flies around and drags him down into the centre of the ring. Looking to wrench on that arm now. Oh, nasty twist there as he drives the elbow into the mat. Mark with a shot to the back. And there we go, James the Cat with a sharp elbow to get out of it and then locks up with his opponent, picks him up onto his shoulders. Mark manages to slide out of it though. Then another nasty punch to the face there, gets hold of him. Oh, reverse hurricanrana, and you can see the way James the Cat came off of that. He might not know what day of the week it is. He's rolled out of the ring, and Mark here, well, there's two tables out already. He's got the steel chair out though. Here he comes. Oh, he looked like he was going to deliver the chair to James's face, and James gets hold of him now, and he might be in all sorts of trouble. Oh, I thought he might be going through the table, but Mark's managed to elbow his way out of it. Now gets hold of James, and James gets hold of him and whips him all into that announcer's table. Goes for the backdrop and misses though. And Mark now lets his opponent get to his feet, throws him back into the ring. Is he going to go looking for another steel chair? No, he's got a table out, ladies and gentlemen. This table might well be finding its way to the ring. It's been put up on the outside. We've got three tables on the outside now. And where's Mark going now? He's behind the announcers' tables. He's taking the long way round. Didn't fancy the other way round. Getting back up now on the apron. Jumps over the edge there. James with a few chops. He gave his opponent far too long there to recoup in the ring. And a few nasty kicks and chops as James, gives him a little side suplex there. Mark jumps back to his feet though. Oh, misses the drop kick as James jumps out of the way. James off the ropes. Oh, he's missed it as Mark went for the drop kick and was on the floor. Mark now runs to the outside and picks up the table, folds in the legs. and now slides a table dangerously into the ring. James the Cat has seen him doing that though, and Mark now looking, he's resting in the corner, saying to him, come on then, you want to get in the ring with me, son? Picks up the table. He took far too long over that, Mark. I don't know why he stopped in the corner to show off to the crowd. And James the Cat rams his face into the turnbuckle, gets him on the top rope. A little slap there for his troubles, and another one. And a third one. Oh, and Mark's toppled down to the outside. Well, he's lucky that James the Cat moved that table. Otherwise, he might have accidentally stumbled through it there, and it could have been all over for Mark the Magnificent. James now with the table in the ring, folds it out and gets it set up. Mark jumps back into the ring. James the Cat has hold of him though, picks him up now. Mark hops over the top of him, gets hold of him from behind. Oh, and gives him a nasty face buster there. Reverse face buster into the back of onto the mat, drips over him now, and now has hold of him in the big swing. Oh, and James the Cat whipped down. He's lucky there, he didn't manage to whip into the corner. Mark in one corner, James the Cat pulling himself to the top of the other. Mark with the momentum. Oh, big splash there into the corner, and Mark has hold of his opponent and rams his arm into the floor. And now Mark going outside once again. What's the little man after now? Now he's going back around those announcers' tables. He's going all the way round. Perhaps he wants that steel chair. Gets hold of the chair. James the Cat coming back out behind the announcers' tables again. And oh, the steel chair goes toppling around as James the Cat has hold of him. And now James can't seem to figure out what he wants to do with him as he throws him off towards the steps. Now James the Cat is going to pull the topping off. Oh, the table there didn't get through ripping the monitors out though. Just that protective covering, and James the Cat has hold of him here, puts him on the shoulder. Mark reverses out of it though, and oh, reverse DDTs James the Cat onto the floor. Has hold of the KEW champion now. Went for a kick to the guts, but James says none of that, thank you. Gives him a kick to the guts of his own measure. Has him up in the package. Powerbomb delivers him to the floor. And Mark's spine must be feeling that one. It's a nasty move, that one from James the Cat. Throws the little man back in the ring. And now picks him up here. This is a dangerous position with that table just behind him. James the Cat has hold of him. Oh dear, this might be... Oh, I thought he was going to launch him through the table, but throws him over the head. Mark living dangerously here. James the Cat has hold of him. And now, oh, a few swift elbows there from Mark the Magnificent. Manages to get his way out of it, right in front of that table, sat tantalisingly there. Mark now looks like he's trying to drag his man onto the table. He's got him resting on it, gets hold of him, gets him up, hurricanranas him through the table. Mark the Magnificent takes the tables match and says to the KEW champion, don't step in the ring with me, I will take your belt, I may have assaulted you in the backstage area. Ladies and gentlemen, we need clarification on why that first originally happened. But Mark the Magnificent here absolutely taking care of James the Cat. He was no mess for no real competitor for him. Goodness me, the little man's fired up. The little man will be calling for his KW title shot in very short weeks, I dare say. We'll move on to our final match for the evening, and ladies and gentlemen, a steel cage match. There's a triple threat match between the Assassin, Tangiers and Benji, and we've of course seen Tangiers and Benji locked in a feud in previous weeks, but the Assassin here comes in to join them, and that steel cage, of course, as opposed to a Hell in a Cell where pinfall counts, the steel cage is up and over the top, so you'd have to fancy that the Assassin may have somewhat of an advantage here with the two bigger men. Tangiers, of course, being much more of a power wrestler, and Benji being the technical wrestler who will look to make you tap. Well, that's not going to help at all when the steel cage comes down. Tangiers now on his way to the ring. You can see there the nipples in his armour, as erect and up for it as he is potentially. The big fella cheering to the crowd. Into the ring he jumps and twirls around. He'll feel aggrieved having lost his title in a gauntlet match in which he was, if he wanted to defend it successfully, he would have had to have outlasted 10 other men. Didn't quite work out for the big lad, and he'll be calling on the CEO to give him another chance at the title in the coming weeks, I dare say. James the Cat, though, our current KEW champion, as we saw, put through a table earlier today. Here comes the first of Tangiers' opponents. The loser of the Spring Roll Derby. Here he is, the Assassin. We did, of course, find out after that event, ladies and gentlemen, that it wasn't even Atomic Andy who stole the spring roll from the fridge. It was, of course, the BFG. Whilst he wasn't looking, he snuck in, got the spring roll, and I'm sure the assassin will not be happy with the BFG and will be looking to deal with him in good time. For now, though, makes his way down and up to the ring. The customary bow, showing respect to his opponent. Diving through the ropes, here he comes. One of the most high-flying athletes in the KEW. He'll look to take full advantage of that steel cage. And who knows, if the opponent's down on the mat and he manages to climb the cage, will he be able to resist the urge to throw himself off it? Time will tell, ladies and gentlemen, time will tell. And here he comes, our first KEW champion. Long sit stripped of that, though, is Pokemaniac Benji. Really, since that championship run, we've not seen him make any great strides in the KEW. He'll look at this, though, as a potential opportunity. He'll say if he can knock off both the Assassin and Tangiers in a triple threat Hell in a Cell match, or sorry, steel cage match, then he'll be should be in prime position to have another shot at that KEW title. There's a number of athletes queued up who want the opportunity for the title, ladies and gentlemen. Only time will tell who gets the next title shot, though. Benji there showing off to the crowd. You can see, still a fan favourite. I think after he lost the title, went for a bit of a questionable patch in the KEW and we didn't see a lot of him. This, though, a real rare opportunity for the fans to get their teeth stuck in to one of the KEW's most premier technical wrestlers, Pokemaniac Benji. Down comes the cage surrounding these three gentlemen. We've already had a pretty electric KEW so far. We've had tables, we've had absolute assault and battery from the Spyclops and the Shinigami. What does the steel cage hold in store here? And immediately Tangiers goes right after Benji, gets him on the shoulder and introduces his face into that turnbuckle, and the assassin springboarding off Tangiers, giving him a DDT to the floor. And now Pokemaniac Benji and the assassin match up. Oh, and a big German suplex there from Benji, but Tangiers only to get straight back up and pick him up by the knee. Oh, and drop his shin right on his knee. The assassin now straight after Tangiers, puts him on the ropes for a little breather, gets hold of Benji, gets hold of the hand, and here we go, takes him over to that corner. He's got him in that hand lock, up over the ropes. Oh, and down goes Benji, and Tangiers straight onto Benji, going after the knee with that elbow there, and now pounces on top of the assassin, pummeling his face in. Benji, oh, nasty low spear there from Benji, taking the legs out, looking to do some real damage. The assassin, meanwhile, hops on top of Benji and spins him over for a spinning power bomb. The assassin off the ropes, springboard. Oh no, he's got him in the assassin's edge, spins him around, and down goes the Tangiers. Gets hold of him here. Benji, meanwhile, presenting in the corner, taking a breather, now runs around. Oh, and that another low spear there. Tangiers has hold him off the floor now, though. Gets hold of the arm and oh, kicking the guts out of Benji. A big clothesline there, and the assassin straight in, shot to the back there, whips Tangiers into the turnbuckle, and Benji right on top of the assassin. Neither of these men goes for the pin. It's not that sort of match, Benji. He's got a 1 count though. You can win by pinfall apparently, and or submission or climbing the steel cage. We'll see which of these three men looks to do the most of either of those. Oh, the assassin there though, broken up as he tried to springboard off and get hold of Tangiers. Tangiers though gets hold of Benji now and pummels his face in on the floor. Neither of these three men seem content to allow anyone to get any real momentum here. As soon as one pulls off a move, the other is in to quickly break it up. And the assassin there going for a pin. Benji says, not on my watch. Gives him the knee to the face for his troubles. Tangiers up, misses the big strike there on Benji, and the big shot there from Benji to the assassin. Now Tangiers has hold of him. Oh, and a nasty uppercut. The assassin with a little kick. He's after Tangiers. Gets hold of him there. Spins around. A hurricanrana for his trouble. Spins around the top of Tangiers. Oh, and the assassin's launched into the fencing there. Benji looked like he was going for a ride. Drops out and goes after the knee of Tangiers. Oh, and a nasty drop kick there. The assassin climbs back into the ring after being introduced to those steel cage as Benji throws Tangiers' head into the floor. And now the assassin has hold of Benji. Oh, reverse DDT there, and another hurricanrana from the assassin. You can't say that he hasn't brought the explosiveness to this one. Oh no, he's got hold of Benji in the Assassin's Twist. Here he goes, throws him down onto the mat there and gets hold of Tangers for another Hurricanrana. He's jumping around all over the place, goes for the pinfall. Benji breaks it up swiftly though. And a kick to the chops there for his troubles, and a stomp on the guts, and a kick to the back of the head here. Another kick to the back. Oh, on the elbow there, and a bulldog there for his trouble for Tangers from Benji out of the corner. The Assassin slow back to his feet. Benji gets hold of him, kicks him in the guts, and another kick, and another, and now throws him down across the ring. Tangers goes for the strike, misses completely. Benji with a kick to the guts, has the arm behind the back, gets hold of him. Oh, package drive down into the floor. The referee watching on from the outside. Oh, the Assassin with a cheap shot to the back of Benji. It looked like Benji could have been working something up there. Delivers Benji's face into the turnbuckles. He gets out of it, and the Assassin's quickly off after him. Picks him up here. He's got him lifted up. Turns around, saw that Tangers was waiting there. Gets him on the shoulder. Oh, and chokes him on the top ropes. Tangers now takes advantage of the Assassin being busy with Benji. And another big uppercut there from Tangers. Quickly switches his attention to Benji. Gets hold of him. Gets him up on the shoulder. What's coming here, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, big neck breaker there from Tangers, showing off the raw brute power that he has. And now, oh, he gets thrown into the steel ranking. Oh, and a massive Assassin's Twist there. Goes for the pin. The referee doesn't look particularly interested. Gets a 1, 2. And Benji gets a shoulder up as Tangers didn't know what day of the week it was. He would have felt aggrieved there if the Assassin had pinched that. Throws the Assassin. Oh, he didn't quite get into the ropes. And now Benji's got him in, works into that leg lock. And the Assassin's just watching on here. Now he goes in and breaks it up, making sure Benji's not going to get a submission there on Tangers. And the Assassin really taking advantage here. He's got hold of Benji, gets him up. Oh, nasty twist onto the back there. Looked like he's going to be a butterfly suplex. Instead, ended up being a butterfly backdrop. Now gets Tangers gets Assassin in the corner and kicks the knee. He knows if he can weaken that area. Oh, nasty snap DDT from Tangers. Goes for the pin, but Benji's up to break it up. Oh, Tangers hadn't seen him up behind him. And now Benji, drives the knees into Tangers' chest, winding the big fella. The Assassin all of a sudden does like he knows what day of the week it is. And then Benji with a nasty shot. He's got Tangers eyeballed up here. Says, get back to your feet, sunshine. He does. Gets hold of him, twists him around. Gets him round. He's seen that the Assassin's up. Rolls him up, though. He's got him locked in. The Assassin quickly in to break up the submission hold, though, as they were looking to maybe get the Tang to tap out. And here Benji has hold of him. Oh, he's used those long legs. He's wrapped him round. Will the Assassin tap, ladies and gentlemen? No, manages to power out of it and get the leg drop to get himself out of that one. That was a dangerous situation there because Tangers is out on the mat. Doesn't know what day of the week it is. Oh, and a big flip there from the Assassin, driving Benji's face into the mat. And now Tangers back to his feet. Oh, went for the TKO. The Assassin shrugs him off. The Assassin went for something. And now Tangers has him on his shoulders and drops him on the ropes, and Benji with a big spear, taking down the Tang, goes after the Assassin, wrenching on the ankle, looking to maybe get him to tap. Tangers up and doesn't look like he knows what day of the week it is. And now massive clothesline there, waits for Benji to turn around. He's turned his back on Benji though, thinking he'd knocked his block off. And Benji kicks him in the back. And now Benji goes after the Assassin, gets him rolled up, ankle lock. He's got the ankle lock locked in. Is he going to tap here? No, manages to kick his way out of it. And now Tangers with a big boot there to Benji's face. You can see the Assassin down, holding his arm, his knee, and his back. That ankle lock really did some damage. Tangers screaming to the crowd. The Assassin getting back to his feet, gets a cheap hit in the face there. Tangers gets hold of him, whips him into the corner. And now a big clothesline there from Tangers as he splashes him out of the corner. Goes straight back after Benji, gets hold of him, puts him on the ropes here, ladies and gentlemen. Throws him down. Big stomp off the second rope there from Tangers. Goes for the pin. 1, 2 count there. Benji kicks out. The Assassin's back up to his feet and says, oh no you don't, sunshine. Nasty elbow shot there from the Assassin. Forearm smashing. And then goes straight after Benji with a few nasty kicks. You can see Tang in the background there, breaking up the pinfall immediately, saying to the Assassin, you're not getting any joy there. Whips him into the corner and makes his way over to him. Nasty shot there. And now switches his attention straight back to Benji, pummeling him on the floor. He all of a sudden sees Benji as the weak link, stomps on his guts there, and another stomp there. Now going after the arm of Benji, looking to weaken that submission hold. Big clothesline from Tangers on the Assassin. The Assassin, though, gets him rolled up in the package. 1. Oh, just a 1 count. I thought he might have caught Tangers off guard there. Oh, drop kicks him into the corner. And now the Assassin has Tangers in the corner. Elbow from Tangers to get out of it. And Benji has hold of the Assassin. Screams at him, gives him the mist in the face. The Assassin now blind, doesn't know what's going on. Benji perhaps didn't see that Tangers was up so quickly. Tangers off the rope with a few swift elbows here into the back of Benji. And now the Assassin blind, doesn't know what's going on. Tangers has hold of him. And Benji's down, doesn't know what's going on. Tangers picks up the Assassin, only for the Assassin to whip him into the corner, and now goes for the pin on Benji, who's down. 1, 2, 3, just about. The Assassin pinches it, ladies and gentlemen. Tangers out of the corner, but too slow. Perhaps he was dazed and confused, and there he is. The Assassin's pinched it. He got misted in the face by Benji, who gave him that Pokemon mist in the face, but managed to somehow battle back out of it. You see his eyes look a bit bleary there, and he pinches it right at the death in the steel cage. Goodness me, ladies and gentlemen, that'll conclude another thrilling week of KEW action. Thank you again for watching and tuning in.